I've been telling you that Americans have become more positive about the outlook for the economy across the country in the United States. Today I'd like to compare that to how Americans are looking at progress in their own personal standard of living. Two conclusions are evident. One, as we find across a wide variety of venues, so to speak, Americans are more positive about their own personal life than they are about things out there. That's what we find here. Look at the trend week by week in Americans' perceptions of the economy across the United States. They've become significantly more positive. In fact, when I compare the percent of Americans who say the economy is getting better from early February, when it was only 15%, to our last week, where it's 32%, we see a doubling of positivity, an increase in 17% in terms of Americans saying that the economy is getting better. Now let's look at personal standard of living. At its low point so far this year, we still had over a third who said that their personal standard of living was getting better. Now a slight improvement, virtually tied, 38% in our latest week's average said their personal standard of living was getting better, 39% said it was getting worse. In other words, we have a slight increase in perceived standard of living going along with a big increase in perceived progress in the economy as a whole out there across the country. This is important because it's easy, as I've told you before, for Americans to say, hey, the economy is getting better. What we really want to see, though, is Americans feeling better about their own situation, as it looks like they are just a little, because that in turn will lead to increased spending and the kind of things that the economy needs to really get back on its feet. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Editor-in-Chief of the Gallup poll.